Hey, everybody. Welcome to the YouTube Lead Gen Show, hosted by Christina Smallhorn and myself, Malcolm Lawson. Christina and I have generated millions of views and tens of thousands of subscribers on YouTube and hundreds of thousands of dollars in GCI from leads we generated off of our real estate YouTube channels. And on this show, we mastermind about using YouTube for lead generation in our real estate business. And we figure out what Christina is doing with her face over there. She's doing the Vogue dance.
Yeah, because you know what we're going to be talking about today, Malcolm?
What are we going to be talking about today, Christina?
Should we have no face or a face in our thumbnails?
I thought we were going to talk about Night at the Roxbury, right?
Yeah, you think? Well, wait, no,
Isn't
that was...
Isn't that what that's from? Faces
no, that was
or no
Vogue.
faces?
That was Vogue.
Well, I think they ripped it off of Vogue.
Probably.
So faces or no faces in thumbnails. That is an excellent debate right there. An excellent topic of conversation.
And it's gotten heated in some groups I have overseen.
Uh-oh.
And I have a strong opinion about it.
Okay.
And you have a strong opinion about it.
I probably do.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I probably do. All right. You go first. What do you think? Faces or no faces in your thumbnails?
Okay. I think that when people go to a real estate channel, what automatically people think of when they think real estate, they think houses. And I think that you shouldn't add your face. They want to see the house. They don't want to see you. They could care less about who you are. And I know that some of the experts will say, you need to have your face because it's your brand. Well, let me just explain something to you. Nobody cares about your brand until they know what they're gonna get from you, and they want houses from you. So make it about the houses. Then let them get to know you, and then you can have a series that's about you that has your face on it. So if you're a vlogger and you're vlogging about your experience in real estate and showing houses, yes, it makes total sense to have your face on there. But if you're talking about the 5 tips of buying a home, people want to see the house. They don't want to see your face. They could care less. It's not about you. It's about the viewer. Stop making it about you. Make it about the people that are watching you, and make it more about what they want to know and not about you. Like, nobody cares who you are. I hate to tell you, it's not about you.
I agree with that a lot. I agree with that. And that's kind of the mind shift that you and I are trying to get people to think about with YouTube. You know, it used to be a lot of people would come on and the first 30 seconds of the video is all about them. Hey, I'm the #1 agent in my area and I do this and I do that and I sold this and that, and like, comment, and subscribe to my channel, blah, blah, blah. And then they provide the value like a minute, 2 minutes into the thing. So it really is a mind shift to making these videos more about the consumer and less about you as the real estate agent, as a creator. And yeah, I mean, that does kind of extend to the thumbnail as well. You know, you have to be able to kind of take your ego out of it and step aside and not see it as just another branding opportunity, but instead try to convey the value that you're going to give in this video to the consumer. And for a lot of people, that value really has nothing to do with you itself. It's the information. And yeah, I think we overuse using our faces in our videos too much. And there are people who teach that. There are people who tell you, put your face in every thumbnail.
Oh yeah, because you are your brand and you want people to get to know you, and that's how you create relationships. And that is not what YouTube is about.
Right.
They don't care about you. They want the information. And then get to the point where you can have a series that it's more about that. But like, think about what you're doing. Think about the viewer first and you second. It's not about you, it's about them. And you want them to watch it. If you make it about them, then they'll watch it.
Yeah, absolutely. So you recently had a video that reached over 1 million views on one video.
1.1 million views right now.
Oh, so it's still growing.
Yes,
1.1. It seems so small. Oh, only a 0.1. That's 100,000 extra viewers right there since last time we did a live stream.
But yeah.
So did it have your face in it?
It did not have my face in it. My top, 5 videos, 6 videos do not have my face in it.
Oh, that's
And
interesting.
one of them that does have my face in it, it's an emoji face.
Yeah.
It's an emoji. So I found out very early on because I was like, but my face is my branding because that's what branding people tell you. I would test the thumbnails, and every single time, the minute I put my face on it, that CTR went. And then if I just made it about the house, wow, my CTR went up. I'm
Yeah.
not saying that's an all and be all end all, whatever. Test it. You have to test it. And I mean, test it correctly, not just like, well, I'm monitoring myself. No, get TubeBuddy. If you're really into this, get TubeBuddy, pay for the extra fee for them to do the A/B testing.
But Christina, Mr. Beast, and Casey Neistat, they almost always have their faces in their thumbnails. Why does it work
Right.
for them?
Because they are a personality vlogging entertainment channel that has to do with them and their adventures. We're not having adventures on our real estate channel. We're talking about either places we're eating that are really cool. We're talking about the different kinds of houses and subdivisions. We're giving you 5 tips to buy a house. That's informational type videos. They're not doing that. They're giving you videos about them and how cool their life is. There's nothing that's that cool in the real estate business unless you're Brad selling $1,000,000 houses that are super awesome to look at.
Yeah.
And and then it makes sense because he's creating an HGTV television show basically on YouTube, and that will work for that what he's doing right there. It makes sense, but it doesn't make sense for all the other stuff.
Yeah. And so that for me, sometimes I'll put my face in the thumbnail and sometimes I don't.
Mhm.
Sometimes I think in a lot of ways it actually cheapens your thumbnail. It makes it look more amateur if you have your face in
Mhm.
there because you feel like you're obligated to throw it in there, even though it may not really make sense. And yeah, I have a lot of videos that I don't have my face in it at all.
Mhm.
And then I have a video recently. It's 180,000 views on my real estate channel, and it's 10 hacks to pay your mortgage off early. That one has my face in it, but I did it because I felt like it made sense. I did a lot of variations. I probably made 10, 15 different variations, and the one with my face in it just kind of looked like it made more sense than the ones without it. It really just kind of conveyed that message.
Did you
So,
test it though? Did you do the A/B testing on that one?
I don't think I did. I think I just did. I got a lot of feedback from different people in the community, and I kind of shared that one around. Uh-oh.
Okay. I would still test it.
Yeah.
And this is the thing, like when we get feedback from our community, we're getting feedback from other real estate agents. They're not buying a house from you. So it really like we're all helping each other, I get that. But sometimes when you've gotten a bunch of help from each other and everything, we're almost blindsided to the fact that we're all about the real estate part of it. The other part of it is people that had no idea about real estate. So you have to ask those people, which one is more clickable to you after you've polished them up, at least have a couple to say, hey, Joe Schmo who doesn't create videos or knows nothing about real estate, which one of these is better to you? Which one would you click on? Ask them, because that's who you really want to click the thumbnail in the first place.
Yep. Yep. I agree with that. And yeah, I mean, I still put my face in some of them, but I just don't. I'm not obligated to. I don't need to. And I want to share my screen real quick. And so we had here you go. One of our community members, Burn here, he did a couple different variations of this thumbnail. And he posted it in our group.
Loved it.
Some of them had his face in there, and the feedback from the group was like, "Yeah, man, just take your face out. It kind of cheapens the thumbnail." And this was his final variation of his thumbnail.
Love it.
I love it. Yeah, I love everything about this.
Oh, look at the views on that thing.
Yeah, a month old and 2.5 thousand views on that.
Way to go, Burn. That's
Yeah,
awesome.
like that is a fantastic thumbnail right there. That should be like an example for everybody out there of how to make a really good thumbnail. And then right next to it, like this one, it makes total sense. This one is more of a vlog of him exploring this waterfall with his family. Makes complete sense to have him in there.
I get it.
But this one, yeah, that's a solid example of a good thumbnail
Yeah,
without the user in the actual thumbnail. And it makes
that's a good
total
one.
sense to do that.
I agree. I concur. Way to go.
Yeah. So I shot my first video today in like 3 whole weeks. I am so excited about that.
Wow.
It's, man, yeah, the markets are kind of crazy right now out here in Maryland, and
I'm
I
fixing to be so busy.
yeah,
Like I have a feeling like next week it's not going to happen. Like I think I can get a video out this week, but there's going to be a couple weeks I don't think it's going to happen. I have people coming in from out of town that are buying houses. I've got a new listing coming out. I've got them buying a house. I got like I'm running all over the place. I'm not gonna have time.
for the past week, I've literally gotten like 1 to 2, probably like 1 to 3 YouTube leads a day, every day for like the past week. It's usually not that many.
Mhm.
But yeah, it's just crazy right now. For me personally, because we have so many military in Maryland and the DoD restriction on the military traveling that ends the end of June. So I have a
Mhm.
lot of service members who are like, hey, we're arriving there in July. We're
Yep.
finally ready to buy. And then of course, a lot of people jumping in the market because interest rates are so low.
Mhm.
Yeah, it kind of stinks. I'd much rather be here making videos. But that's what actually pays the bills. So, and I know sometimes you just got to put your head down. You just got to hustle for a few months and kind of go through this phase or this chapter of
It's
just
always like
kind of,
this time of year though.
yeah,
And then it was better last year because when I would get buyer leads, I had this girl that lived like right down the road. So I would hand her the leads, I just refer all that stuff out. Well, she moved. I'm like, ugh. So now I got to do it all again.
yeah, that's too bad. So what's your view on like consistency? And let's say you're super busy. Do you still feel obligated that you need to publish once a week, no matter what? You have to get something up once a week, even if you're completely swamped and you only have a few hours to work on that one project, one
If
video?
I can't do it and do it right, I don't do it. I mean, there's just people are I mean, we're humans, like, and sometimes you just can't feed the machine. And I'd rather feed them a nice gourmet dinner than a McDonald's hamburger. So I'd rather put out something that's good and wait 2 weeks and have a really good video put together than putting out something crap just to have it done and check it off my list. You know, that's
Yeah,
just
you're
that's just me.
you're much more consistent at it than I am. I have to be the most inconsistent YouTuber ever. I'm all over the place. I got
Mhm.
multiple channels, and I'll go a few months on some of them without uploading something, and then I'll get like some kind of itch, and I'll throw out 3-4 videos in a week on one of these channels. But it still kind of works out for me. But yeah, I agree with you. I don't like publishing videos that I'm not proud of. And if I only have an hour, I don't want to sit down and say, okay, well, I need to publish something. So I'm going to make a quick video about escrow accounts and on my phone and just upload it to my channel. I don't
Mhm.
like that at all, because what happens is somebody's going to discover one of your good videos that you put a lot of time and effort into it. And they're like, wow, this is a pretty cool. Let me check out some other content from this guy. And maybe YouTube suggests your latest video and they're going to click on it and be like, oh, wow, this was crap. I'm not going to subscribe if this is the type of, I don't want this junk clogging up my subscription feed. So by putting out bad content like that, you can, be losing subscribers.
I've had videos that lost me subscribers. I did one recently. And it's still a good video, but I lost 5 subscribers on it. I didn't gain not 1 subscriber. I lost 5. But
yeah.
I'm still proud of that video. Still very proud of that video. Still think it's a good video.
That happens. My last video on my outdoor channel, I did the one about the EDC knives, and I lost 25 subscribers to that video. And
Wow.
yeah, it's frustrating. But that happens. People, that channel is about 6 years old now. So it's
Mhm.
not uncommon for older channels that people, they were interested in that topic 5-6 years ago, they
Right.
subscribed. But 5-6 years later, they're not as interested, and every time they see a new video pop up, it's just a reminder, "Oh, hey, maybe I should unsubscribe to that channel."
Not only that, I mean, like, are you making the same content you made 5, 6 years ago? Like,
No.
my content 4 years ago looks nothing like it does now, like, nothing.
Yeah.
It doesn't even look the same as 2 years ago, so I'm okay, if I lose some, I lose some, if I gain some, it's great.
Yeah, it's gonna happen, and on that channel, I'm up to 85,000 subscribers, and I'm getting, like, 150 subscribers a day. So me losing 25 subscribers, like, relatively, that's just gonna happen. And I'm kind of trying to do some experimental stuff, trying to move it in some different directions. So, it's going to happen. I'm going to lose some subscribers, and this is kind of the price you got to pay sometimes.
Yeah,
But
whatever.
Yeah, it happens.
There was the time that I would be like, a video would get uploaded, and the second it was uploaded, the millisecond it was uploaded, I had said I had the chronic thumbs downer, because the minute, it wouldn't even have played yet, and it's, so I don't know who it was.
Right. Get those people unsubscribed. You don't want those people.
Yeah, like, why even bother? But then I was like, well, obviously they're waiting for my video to come out, so whatever. But that used to bother me. And then, like, the mean comments used to bother me. Now they make me laugh, the only ones I like, the only comments that really kind of freak me out are the ones that are aggressive and violent. Those are the ones that bother me. But when Misha was in one of those threads about faces or no faces, and he said, yeah, you got to test it. And he's right, but don't be afraid not to put your face. I think some people, like, because they're so trained that, like, your face is your brand and that's the only way you're going to get leads. And no.
Same thing with text in the thumbnail. Everybody thinks that you need to have a face and you need to have text in your thumbnail in order to get it to click. And it couldn't be further from the truth. Yeah.
100%. Actually, and it's been proven many times over. If you can convey everything you need to convey with no text whatsoever, you're better off than throwing a bunch of words on there. Sometimes it works. And even, like, if you can do everything in that thumbnail and just add a power word like wow or oh my God, or like, are you kidding? Those kinds of things. Those are the ones that make people go, what's that? I need to click on it.
Yeah. I love the idea of looking at your thumbnails as a stop sign. Somebody's scrolling through their feed. It's just a scroll stopper, get their attention, and then they read the title. And then the title has to be strong enough to hook them and make them want to click on it. And really the two should complement each other, but you don't need to convey everything in the thumbnail. Just get their attention, and then they'll read the title, and the title should really hook them.
Yeah. You just have to try, like, you can't, just because an expert, even myself, told you there's nothing in concrete. There's nothing that is cement, because YouTube is ever changing. So as much as I protest, like, profess that you have to have a thumbnail with no words on it right now, that doesn't mean 6 months from now, I'm not going to tell you, throw a bunch of words in it, because that might change. Doubtful.
Yeah.
Psychology says that won't happen, but I'm just saying, it's an ever evolving algorithm. It's an ever evolving platform. Just like, think about Facebook. When you first started, it's totally different than it was now. So you have to be able to, adjust and analyze and, adjust and fix it,
Yeah, best practices are always changing. The users are always changing kind of how they interact with that.
Yeah, the way they consume the content has changed, like, and just think about it like this. You have a video that you did. I have a 14-minute video that's sitting on YouTube right now. Do you think I'm going to put that on Facebook? You got to be kidding me. I can't get people to watch it for 30 seconds, maybe a minute and a half, if I'm lucky. And somebody says, well, put it on your personal page and more people will watch. Well, I just did that and nobody watched,
right.
And then I had over 500 views on YouTube. So I don't know. There's just a different format. The format on Facebook is definitely square. They need the bar at the bottom where they can read the words, because they're not going to turn it on. And I just don't have the patience to do all that.
So yeah, 85% of all views on Facebook are without any sound whatsoever. And when you think about that, and really pay attention to what videos you watch on Facebook, is very rarely do I actually stop and watch a talking head video. It's usually like some people fighting in a street, or some fail videos, or just some crazy thing that happens, a volcano. Those are the type of videos I actually stop and watch on my Facebook feed, and I never unmute them. And I think that's most people. They just, I don't know. People just, I don't think a lot of people go to Facebook to watch talking head videos.
I don't think, whenever I think Facebook, I don't think, oh, I'm going to go watch a bunch of videos. But when I think YouTube, yeah, I'm like, I'm bored. Let's go on. Let's get on YouTube.
Yeah, and you know what? Facebook lies. They lie about our views, and what I mean by that is they define a view as 3 seconds or longer of the video playing, with 51% or more of the video displayed on the screen. So you could literally be reading the post above the video or the post below the video, and 51% of it's playing. They count that as a view.
Right, but they clarify that, like, that was only for a 3-second view. They break it down. They
They
say, "This
do.
is 3 seconds, this is 10 seconds, this was more than," they break it down, but, I mean, once you add that all up, you're like, out of all the nobody watched it. Like, that's why I focus very little, time and effort on putting my videos on Facebook. I mean, I know there's people that have had fantastic success on it. I'm not even saying not to do it. I'm just my personal energy is, like, not there for that platform whatsoever.
Yeah, yeah. And so I saw Daryl Eves say the other day that YouTube counts an impression as the thumbnail being displayed for 1 second on his platform, and so a Facebook view of what they claim as a view on the actual video when you see it is much closer to just an impression on
Mhm.
YouTube. That's one
Mhm.
second versus 3 seconds, and I mean we get millions. We probably have hundreds of millions of impressions between you and I. So I mean that's much more closer to what a Facebook view is. Did you see my post I did the other day that one of my Facebook videos actually ranking on the first page of Google?
I saw that. I did see that. And like, I was wondering because I'm always thinking, when you did you have any other videos from Facebook that were ranking in Google?
No, that's the first time I've ever seen that.
Okay. Do you realize that it was your cover top, like, that was your pinned video at the top. That was your one that ranked on Google. That's also a business page. So I'm wondering if it's your business page because it was, you know what I'm saying? It was your pinned video on your business page. So it connected the dots of living in Maryland, you're a real estate agent, and the pinned video was about your area, like.
Yeah, it's interesting. I may go back now and upload my YouTube thumbnails to all of my Facebook videos, just in case they are ever displayed on YouTube like that.
I heard you
So
say that.
yeah. And I may just start trying to just put a little more emphasis in those
Mhm.
videos. I don't know. Is one video out of 100 that actually ranked.
Mhm.
So we got some comments here. Misha, that's why I started remodeling the channel. I watched my videos and was like, damn, that's boring. I would not watch it. Yeah,
Mhm.
you have to look at it from the perspective of the actual user. And yeah, I go back and I watch some of my videos and they're pretty cringeworthy.
Oh, some of my older ones that I thought were so fantastic. I'm like, I hate them. But what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? Everybody starts somewhere. Not everybody starts off like, Casey Neistat.
Yeah, I mean, you go back and watch my first video as on a crappy GoPro, and yeah, I mean, you have to start. You just have to start, and that's the only way to get better at this.
And be willing to change. Like, you have to start, but just because you took a course doesn't mean that everything in that course is written in stone. Be willing to be open-minded and listen to people that are doing much better than you. That's one of those things that I've run into a lot of times, that they're spewing out what they've heard or what
Right.
they spent money on. They're coming back to me and I'm like, "Where are you getting this? What proof do you have in what you're saying?" Because I'm looking at your channel, I'm looking at what you're saying, like, I know that you think that you're right, but I have proof you do not. Please listen to me, And I don't know. I
Yeah.
just I don't
Yeah,
know.
you got to question everything. Everything. Even if I hear an expert tell me something, like I'll kind of believe it, but I won't really believe it until I see the proof and
Mhm.
I can test it out for myself and see. Oh wow, okay, that really does work. And yeah, there's just a lot of bad advice out there, and it's
So
frustrating
much.
how much it gets repeated over and over again. So what does Daryl say? You got to plan, execute, analyze, and
And
repeat.
adjust. And
Adjust.
adjust. Yep.
Yeah,
And execute, analyze, adjust.
something like that. Yeah, but
Yeah.
that's what you got to do. Like, okay, my plan is to not use my face and thumbnails for the next 5 videos. and you execute it, and then you go back and you analyze it and like, hey, did that work? Did it make a difference? And if it did or did not, then you adjust and move forward. So Misha also says, did you see that how do I channel? He started a month ago yesterday, had 400,000 subscribers, and within 17 hours he doubled it, and he's almost at 1 million. Wow, no, I've never seen that channel.
What channel is it?
How do I?
Hold on.
I had
there was a van girl that came out.
Yeah, you see these people every now and then, and is once you really understand the YouTube platform, like you can kind of rinse and repeat in these other niches, and especially if you have another channel or friends who have channels that you're directing people to your channel from. That's very, very common. You know, if you have a big audience already, are you looking it up? How do I? I've never heard of that, but I've seen that before. Remember that guy who stole your idea for your thumbnail idea?
Mm-hmm.
He had like 200,000 subscribers, and his channel was only like a couple months old. And I think what he was going around is looking at like what's best performing. He found one of Christina's videos and like pretty much ripped off her exact thumbnail, and then made a video about almost the exact topic as well, because he saw that it's performing so well.
I smell a rat on this one.
Jeremy says, Malcolm told me to thumbs down your video. Yeah.
Oh, it was Jeremy. Okay.
It was Jeremy. I told him to subscribe and thumbs down all your videos every time you publish.
Y'all have a lot of damn time on your hands.
And I told him only watch your videos for 30 seconds and then back out.
Make sure you just keep starting it and then stopping it and go back and stopping.
You got to hurt that audience retention.
Yeah, killer analytics.
Raylene says, impressive ranking on Google. Yeah, thank you. We each have a lot of videos that rank on Google. It's owned by YouTube, and it's pretty common. I got a lot of powerful search terms like moving to Maryland, living in Maryland, moving to Annapolis, Maryland, living in Annapolis, Maryland. And I have my other channel. If you type in hammock camping, 2 of my videos are the #1 result on YouTube, and that search term gets something like 27,000 searches a month for hammock camping. And this is one of the benefits of being on YouTube versus Facebook.
This is not adding up at all.
Are you trying to find that guy's channel?
I did.
And it's terrible?
I smell a rat.
Oh, there are bots out there, and you can run ads as well.
I smell a rat.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I'll have somebody way smarter than me look at this, but
do a deep dive on that.
Yeah, because I mean, there's no descriptions. They're the most basic titles I've ever seen in my life, ever. Their thumbnails are horrible. There's no pattern or explanation to any of these videos. There's only one way that this would make sense to me. He had a huge following on another platform.
Yeah.
I'm saying like the huge as in like 30,000 people. If he got a good 10% of those 30,000 people to go over to YouTube and watch one of his videos, that's outside traffic that YouTube would be like, who are these people? They're unique viewers, and they will start watching them. That's what happened to the girl with the van. She had a small following on Instagram, but they were a loyal following. They were so loyal that some of them weren't even on YouTube at all and didn't even have accounts. They end up going, oh my gosh, she has a video. They end up making a YouTube account. So they became, not only were they new unique users, they created an account, which is like, wow, that's really good. And they kept watching. So by the time she got to her third video, it went, so yeah, she had a very loyal following that watched everything she did on Instagram. And even though it was only like 10,000 followers, she had enough unique users that come over and watch everything she did that made YouTube go and serve it to more and more people.
That's interesting. Yeah. I mean, what I've always heard is YouTube's looking at, a user's session time, how long they're on that platform. And if they have a video that is starting people's session times, and then those people are on that platform for 30 minutes, an hour, watching other content, no matter what it is, they love that video that started those session times. So if she had 10,000 followers, and that's 10,000 people that she started their session.
Yeah. Even if only let's just say out of that 10,000, only 1,500 of them watched it, but then they shared that information, and they created accounts, and they watched more videos. They were like, who are these people? Where are they coming from? And why are they watching so much YouTube? Oh, it's because of this girl. Let's serve this video out to more people. See if we can get more people, more shares. So I mean, she nailed it. And her first video was done so good. It was so good.
It was fun.
It was very cute, very fun. You could tell it took her forever to put that together. Like she had 4 different outfits on. It was several different days, a couple different beaches. And she was like, that was like 8 days of my life,
Yeah. I feel like she had somebody kind of helping her, kind of advising her, like, hey, make these longer videos, put a lot more energy into it, go all out.
Well, she's on social media anyway.
Oh, yeah.
She was on Instagram. She understood, there's obviously people more smarter than me about this than I am. What are they doing? So she reached out to other van channels. Not that she told them, they asked her what she do or anything else. She would just say, well, what do you think of this? And that's what you're supposed to do.
Yeah.
And she did it right. She did it right. A lot of people poo-pooed on her success, but anybody that has been in this guru space, peeled back the curtain and said, okay, this is some people were like, oh, she's factory made. Oh, this is a plant by YouTube. Oh, give me a break. Those people have better things to worry about.
Who's that guy that we don't really like?
There's so many.
The YouTube guru guy, the guy, he has the crazy thumbnails that are really like basic. Oh God, what the heck is his name? He did a video breaking down her success.
Mm-hmm.
What the hell is his name? Heck, anyway,
it doesn't matter.
His video, he was like, oh, I don't even believe that she really lives in the van. I think it's all fake, and she's only getting these views because she's a beautiful woman. She likes to show off her body, and he's making all this other crazy stuff. But no, I was like, man, hey, it's a good video. That kept me entertained the entire time.
That's, what? To me, that's just sour grapes right there. Like, oh, well, she only got it because she's pretty.
He says that in her, yeah, and that he says that in his video.
Oh, I don't even want to know who it is.
Wait, who's the guy? He does like a red thumbnail and it says one word in the middle of it.
Brian G. Johnson?
Yes.
He doesn't say that. He actually breaks it down. He says that.
I thought I watched his video. I remember him saying that, like it doesn't hurt that she's a very attractive girl.
Well, he might have said that. He might have said it doesn't hurt, but he also broke down the fact that she did have a small following from another area. There's several gurus that broke down her success.
I didn't like his video.
It was very sustainable. It's not sustainable growth.
I remember him saying that he didn't even believe that she really lives in a van. He thinks.
Oh, she really does. She really does live in a van.
I believe her. Yeah.
Yeah, and I think she bought another one. I haven't looked at it since then.
Yeah, I think she probably saw a lot of people subscribe, and then like a lot of people kind of dropping off. I subscribed that first week, and I haven't really been following her. All right, so Misha says, I don't think Facebook will go to YouTube route because they are right now doubling down on streaming, game streaming and stuff. I know that they got a couple of popular video game streamers under contract lately, and that's what they were doubling down on. They want to take on YouTube. They absolutely do. And they're actually paying YouTubers now. You can get paid. You can, if your video does very well, you can monetize it on Facebook. And they're really doubling down. I mean, now even on your mobile app, you have a whole button that you can click just for videos. I don't think they're ever going to dominate search like YouTube does. And I don't know. They got a long way to go to catch up to YouTube.
Well, let me just put it this way. Google is what everybody does. That's the search engine. Do you think that Google is going to allow Facebook videos to overtake their own platform, YouTube's videos? Do you think they're going to rank those higher?
Yeah, that's why I was a little surprised that I saw my Facebook video on YouTube, but it did not have a very good thumbnail and it didn't have a good title. The title had my channel name and then the title of the video, and I was like, oh, it doesn't make me want to click on it at all. But we'll see. All right, Sarah says, can you do a walkthrough using SEO tools on TubeBuddy? I posted a video yesterday and only 2 views. So I don't really rely on TubeBuddy all that much, honestly. I pay the $50 a month for their advanced feature, and I was telling somebody else this, and they're a little surprised too that I don't really rely on TubeBuddy all that much. If there is a secret, it's not so much SEO, it's having a high click-through rate and having a high audience retention. And I'd add a third thing to that, and that's the topic that of the video that you're making. If you're making a video about escrow accounts, there's just no way that's ever going to get a lot of views on it.
The only way that would work is if you had a series of videos that you did about escrow accounts. If you could create a boring topic and made enough videos about it that would cause traffic to constantly come through, that they would watch one right after another, then that could work.
Yeah. And also you said you posted it yesterday and you only have 2 views. Like, you got to let that thing breathe a little bit, give it a lot more time than just a day or two to really analyze it. I mean, I definitely
days. Check it back in 21 days.
Yeah. Okay. 21 days. That's very specific.
I was told that by somebody that's much smarter than me about this.
But yeah, I mean, and also just keep in mind the topics of the videos that you make are probably one of the biggest. That's probably one of the most important things of deciding if you're gonna get a lot of views or not. And if you're making a video about a pretty small town and like top 5 restaurants in my small town, it's just not gonna get as many videos as 5 tiny homes you can buy on Amazon or 10 hacks to pay your mortgage off early. You know, those topics are topics that are much broader and going to get a lot more views on them.
Right. I agree.
It's got 14 videos. I don't remember what. Oh, that channel.
Yeah, I took a peek. See, Like I said, something's not
not smelling right.
No, there's no description in the thumb and in any of the videos. They have the most basic titles you've ever seen.
That's very weird. I missed a few of these comments. Let's see. How do I improve confidence on camera? Any quick tips? Christina, you want to go take this one?
You don't have to have your face in the video. Voice over it.
Oh.
And that was hard for me because because I was told, well, you are your brand and you should really be in all of your videos and you need to show your face. Well, guess what? I found out by studying other channels that talk about houses. Guess what? They don't show their face at all. The only people that show their face are real estate agents, and they don't get any views on their channels. So I'm learning to take my face out more and more and more. I'm easing it back.
Yeah, a big part of YouTube is really analyzing the niche that you're in and other successful channels on those niches. And yeah, I've kind of done that briefly on the real estate channel. And when I look at these videos that have millions of views, they have really cool titles like 10 craziest homes you can buy right now, or 5 biodegradable homes, or something crazy like that. And then 2, you watch the videos and they don't have the narrator in the video itself. It's all B-roll. It's all those videos of the house and of other B-roll, and they don't have the actual speaker in there. And I always thought that was really interesting. And I haven't made a video like that yet, but I do intend to, and just to kind of test it out. And I want to do some kind of top 10 list. Top 10, I don't know, most affordable homes under $100,000. I don't know.
Top 10 most interesting places in Maryland.
Yeah. Yeah, that'd be a good one without any without me in it.
Right.
Just nothing but B-roll. And that would be a pretty broad audience. Like, other people in other states would be interested in watching a video like that as well.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So but yeah, getting back to your confidence. Yeah, that's one way. It's just you don't even have to be in the videos you don't want. What I tell people is, if you're first starting off a video and you're a little hesitant, start off by making some videos on your personal Facebook page. And I say that because on your personal Facebook page, only your friends and family members are going to be able to see those videos. And I think that's a great way to kind of get comfortable on camera, because you don't have to worry about anybody giving you any criticism. It's just literally a private video. Only your friends and families can see that video. And what I tell a lot of people is try to do like once a week, make a quick video on your phone and just give some kind of real estate tip. And do that every single week. Once a week, make a quick short video on your Facebook until you kind of get comfortable with that. And then you can kind of progress to YouTube, where it is going out to a larger audience, and you may actually get strangers, you may get some negative comments, etc.
Yeah.
What do you think of that?
I agree. I do. But if you're the thing is, a lot of your fear is that your fear of not knowing how to do it. So if you create videos that don't have your face in it at all, you'll start getting comfortable with the fact of the flow of your voice and putting in stuff in the, timeline when you start editing and making things look pretty. And then all of a sudden you'll feel more comfortable being in front of the camera. The more you start doing the other things you're uncomfortable, like you don't know anything about. If you master those things, you're not going to feel scared once the camera's on you anymore.
And let me touch on that a little bit more. So another thing is that when you hear your own voice internally, it sounds different than if you record your voice and you hear it back. So everybody says, "Oh my God, do I sound like that?" Nobody sounds like in a video and how they hear themselves in the head. So everybody gets a little subconscious about that. But also when you look, oh no, maybe that's not true. Yeah, anyway, that part's true.
I do want to. There was another question that came up in. I know people like again. This is one of the things they hear, so they think that this is the way you're supposed to do it, and they hear that you make a SEO rich title, then you write this description that jams in all those SEO words that you jammed in the title in your first 2 sentences of your description, and then you jam it in all your tags, so make sure it all matches together. That was true in 2009, but that's just not how it works anymore. They want a description that's in natural language, just like you're talking to a person, not, like buying a house, buying a house, buying a house. I've always just wanted to buy a house. Have you ever wanted to buy a house? I'm sure you want to buy a house. Don't do that. Don't do that. That's not how it works. Stop doing that. Stop stuffing tags that have nothing to do with your video. Stop stuffing your tags and this SEO research baloney in your titles. Don't do double titles. Like
Right.
that is the worst. Whoever started that double title nonsense, stop it.
I haven't even seen that double title. I've seen keyword stuffing where they just stuff a bunch of keywords in
Well,
there.
they go, have you like buying a house 101, how to buy a home.
Right.
Yeah, like buying a house 101, how to buy a home. Because I'll like put a little dash there and then they make a second title. So you have 2 titles so you could rank even quicker for SEO. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it.
So I thought about what I was trying to say.
Okay.
I was confusing myself trying to say it. All right. So yeah, your voice literally sounds different when you hear it externally. The other thing is that when you look at your face in a mirror, for the most part, you that's how you typically see yourself. And our faces are not symmetrical; they're always asymmetrical slightly. And when you see your video, it flips your image around. So like this is my left hand, this is my left side of the face, but on my computer screen is showing it on the right-hand side of my face. So my face is swapped around. So when you see yourself, you just don't quite look right either. And it's just because it's flipping your left and your right and it's flipping your image backwards. So anyway, everybody experiences that. Everybody thinks they look a little weird on camera and thinks that they sound a little weird on camera, and it's perfectly normal.
I didn't know I had a lazy eye. On camera, so at times on camera, I'm like all of a sudden because I'm staring into the lens, so it makes this one eye kind of drift a little bit.
Right.
I'm like, "Hello," whatever. What are you gonna do?
Yeah, and then another thing about
I hate my voice.
I hate my big head and I hate my haircut, and yeah, who cares? And that's the other thing is that we are all imperfect. And if anything, I relate to more people that when I can see their imperfections on camera much more than if I see somebody that's a freaking model. I actually don't like seeing beautiful models in TV. I want to see
a real person,
real people that I can really connect with and relate to. And I think YouTube's just like that. If you're too perfect,
think about TikTok
and get intimidated. But TikTok.
Yeah, well, I'm going to give you a perfect example. So TikTok is one of the fastest growing platforms ever. And they're just short videos. If you don't know what it is, your kids know what it is. The thing about TikTok that makes people blow up, it's not the TikTok person with the perfect lighting and their makeup's perfect. Matter of fact, celebrities don't even do that great. It's the regular girl next door dancing in the middle of the street that where a buddy comes out of nowhere and is like, "Hey," and they're like, "Hey, buddy," like just random stuff, but it's real life. It feels real. It doesn't feel staged or faked. But the minute you see fake or staged, you just go, they scroll right off. But
Yeah, I agree with that. That's probably exactly what it is.
mhm,
Yeah, all social media is going into the trend of authenticity. They want
mhm.
authenticity. They don't want fake stuff. And I realize I'm
Polished.
saying that while I'm wearing a hat to cover my bad haircut, but
I don't blame
nonetheless,
you.
authenticity. Show your blemishes. Show your imperfections.
Hey, I have a zit right here. I just thought I'd show
Oh my
you.
God, yeah, that's huge on my screen.
No, it's
Wait,
it's right there. I'm sorry.
oh,
It's
there
right
it
there.
is.
Yep. Look, it's a tumor.
Open up.
It hurts. It has its own heartbeat. It's killing me.
All right, so this kind of touches on what we are talking about earlier. Do you follow any special schedules or recommend who is just starting? Recommend a schedule to who is just starting.
I think that you have to have a consistent schedule for a good 90 days to know what's actually working for your channel.
So I like Tim Smoyer's advice, which is in the quantity versus quality debate, is that when you're first starting off, make a lot of content. Just get on there and just make a lot of content, make as much content as you can. So you're going for that quantity. And by doing that, you're going to get better quality content. You're going to get better at that. And yeah, if you can follow a weekly schedule, once a week is a good cadence for posting content. That's what a lot of big YouTubers do. If you can follow that, great. But you really want to make sure you have quality content. And I would rather post inconsistently, but have quality content than post consistently and have very low quality content all the time. And we're talking about that earlier, that we're both real estate agents, both swamped with work right now. And if I only have an hour to make a video, I don't want to make that video. I want to wait until I have more time and I can actually put in good quality content. But, once a week is a good rhythm if you can stick to that and still keep up with that quality, in my opinion.
In your opinion, your humbly. Hey.
IMO.
Oh, look, it's Neil, Mr. Nealington.
Neil's got a really cool voice. If anybody,
Oh, he's got a voice like butter.
Butter.
He's got a voice like butter. He does voiceovers for my listings. I have a listing coming up, and I've decided I already know what I'm going to do it on.
Brian G is an idiot. Oh, well, what are you doing your listing on? No, you can't say that in here. You may be watching.
I know. No. Anyways.
Anyway.
I'm going to do a quarantine home to call your own.
Quarantine home to call your own. I like that. That's yeah.
It's a listing video. A quarantine home to call your own. And it's going to be like a story time. And so I'm going to have little bits that I talk, and then I'm going to give a script to Mr. Nealington III and have him read the actual book itself.
Oh, okay. I got you. That's creative. See, like videos like that, I'm okay having listing videos on your YouTube channel if you make them creative and fun and entertaining. If it's just an empty house and somebody just walking through making these, painting shots, it's a different value altogether than all the other content most likely you're putting on there. And I don't recommend people have those on their channels. Ellen says, yeah, the same way Facebook won't share our YouTube links. That's going back to when we're talking about Google posting Facebook videos on Google, which is very surprising. Yeah, Google and Facebook are kind of fighting right now. They're both really trying to go after the same audience. Facebook's trying to take on everybody. Now they're trying to take on Zoom, for Christ's sakes.
Well, they made that like a day late and $1 short, didn't they?
Right. Yeah. It is surprising they took this long to get that feature.
Because, I mean, like, honestly, like I had like 2 years ago, I bought a plugin called Be Live TV, which is still a very good plugin for Facebook. It's expensive, but it works. They should have done that then when they saw people were purchasing plugins, third-party plugins to make their live streaming better. You would have thought Facebook would have been like, huh, there's something to this. But it took a pandemic for them to go, hey, you remember that thing that we were talking about? That, like, that group thing? Let's get that in order now. And just when everybody's out of quarantine, then they release it. Way to go, Facebook. Good job, Zuckers.
Yeah. About time. So there's an interesting book called Platform Revolution, where what we're seeing now is these platforms that are pretty much stealing all these ideas from other smaller innovators and just integrating it into the platform. So Amazon, is now a live streaming platform, and now it's a publisher. You can publish your own books and all this other stuff, and that's what Facebook's doing. They can literally just take any digital idea and just integrate it. Now they took on Craigslist. Now it's Facebook Marketplace. Now they're taking on video and trying to take on YouTube. Now
I hate Facebook Marketplace. I've tried. I mean, I've like when it first came out, I really liked it because I mean, every time I went to go look for something, I was able to get, like find what I needed. And the other thing was, is I got rid of a lot of crap. I had a paddle board, which I loved. But after a minute, it was like, that paddle board was great for one spring. And then after that, it just sat in the garage. So time to get rid of the paddle board. So I got rid of that like that. And
I mean, I like it. It has more. I think my stuff gets more attention on there than it does on Craigslist or FreeCycle and these other ones.
More local exposure. I mean, I guess it's okay. It's not great for doing houses on.
You're talking about that other app. Have you used the StreamYard app on your phone yet? Can't we like moderate this live stream using their app? I remember looking at that. I never actually did it though. I think you can do different things. Anyway, I meant to do that this time, but we never did. Misha, let's see. You want to take this one? You want to read that?
I have to move my camera to see it. All right. I think that's how it was with me. I wanted to be as professional as possible. And then that kind of screwed up my confidence and then the vibe of the videos because it was not me. As soon as I realized that people are more likely to connect with you when you are just being yourself and not super stiff professional, you're better at making videos and videos are more energetic. Well, I could not concur more, but I've never done videos where I was trying to be professional. My videos have always been like, I'm goofing around because I'm having fun. And if I'm not having fun, then what's the point?
Yeah, that has always been your videos.
Yeah.
Back a couple years.
I was like, if I'm not having fun doing it, what's the point?
I started off really stuffy and always in a collared shirt. I kind of still am like that, but I'm definitely moving into the direction of much more casual. And I think a lot of YouTubers are moving in that direction. Like you have to be relatable on YouTube. People are normal people watching your channel. They don't want some stuffy corporate YouTuber. They want somebody they can connect with and really relate to.
Right.
And so I'm definitely trying to move that direction. You know what?
How disappointing would it be, though? Think about how disappointing that would be. If you were a client and you meet this guy, like you have been watching their videos on YouTube and he's like very constructive and everything else. And then you're like, hey, how's it going? I'm Malcolm, and they're like, you're not the guy. God, you're nothing like you are in your videos.
Yeah.
You
have to be authentic.
You have to be your authentic self. That's what all the coaches say. You got to be your authentic self.
Right. So I've got a bunch of suits, and my last job, I worked at the White House for 4 years, and I get a whole wardrobe of suits. And I got into real estate, and I started wearing a suit every day. And every appointment, I go on a suit, and it actually it's a little awkward sometimes. And you wear a suit, and then the other person is like way casual, and you're way up here in formal wear. It's very awkward. And just recently, I finally made that transition to stop wearing suits when I show people properties and meet with them. I don't think wearing suits ever really helped my real estate business at all. I don't think it helped me connect with people at all. If anything, I just made me seem like really stuffy and like full of myself. Pretentious, yeah.
Yeah, and that's like when I think Malcolm Lawson, I think pretentious. No. But I mean, like you just kind of like slightly dropped the fact that, when I worked at the White House, how cool is that?
Just kind of threw that in there.
Yeah, I just like, all my years I worked at the White House, you just drop that in there like a little sprinkle of pepper. That's amazing. Rock on.
That's the only reason I brought up that story.
Oh, good for you. Well, whatever you got to do, man. Not
No,
many people
I've
can
been
say that.
I've been putting on weight in the last couple of months, and none of my suits will fit me anymore. So I
Well, there
stopped.
you go.
And I was showing some, I was showing a $1.3 million house the other day, and I was just, khakis and a polo, and
Yeah, yeah.
the guy shows up and he's got just a t-shirt and some sneakers on, and I'm like, whew, I'm glad I just wore khakis and a polo. If I would have worn a suit, it would have been pretty awkward with
I
him
don't
just in t-shirts and the sneakers.
I find, and I might be completely wrong, but, like, they have like, the parade of homes and stuff, like, in some beautiful upgraded, like, high-end homes. And I always find the people that buy those beautiful upgraded homes when they do the parade of homes are the people that are in flip-flops, t-shirts, the kid's got ice cream running down his shirt,
Yeah,
The guess what? Millionaires are people too, and they
yeah,
like to wear sweatpants just as much as you do.
yeah. It's true. If you ever read the book The Millionaire Next Door, they talk about how they interview all these millionaires, and the millionaires, they drive cars for 5-6 years, and they have old cars, and they're very conservative with their money. And it's the people that are not millionaires but wish that they were. Those are the people who buy new cars every single year and wear fancy clothes and have fancy jewelry, and that's why they're not millionaires, is because they're making these dumb financial decisions.
I'm so not like that. I'm really not. Like, honestly, as a real estate agent, if if they ever just go to the fact that I never have to drive people again, like, it's really close, where you don't have to actually drive people, I would just I get one of those smart cars, those little, like, smart cars. I wouldn't There's no way. I mean, cars to me are get you from point A to point B. I could care less about them. When do I need to change the oil? How often do I have to put gas in it? That's all I care about a car. I don't care what you drive. It means that is not a currency of a person in my head. And I don't
Yeah.
feel validated by having a fancy car. I know lots of people do, but I could care less.
Yeah, I mean, most people I know, they could take out a loan for a $40,000 car. They don't do it because it's stupid and it's a terrible investment.
Mhm.
Like being able to qualify for a loan for $40,000 does not mean that you're somehow a higher social status. Like they'll
People
literally
think that though.
they'll qualify just about anybody for a loan like that. You have a decent job, you make 50 grand a year, they'll qualify you for a $40,000 car. Like, it's just stupid to buy one
Well, I had
on credit.
people with this whole thing that happened with the lockdown and everything. It pulled the curtain over on a lot of people who have protest the how much money they make, and they were like, "If I don't get to work, I'm going to lose everything." And I'm like, "Wait a minute, you sold 10 houses last month. What happened?" You
Yeah.
know, if you're killing it in real estate like this, why is it that you can't make it? That's
Oh,
sad.
because a lot of people, their net of what they're actually netting from the real estate business is very different than what they want you to think it is.
I
You know, any,
know.
anybody can put up high GCI numbers, but what is your net profit? And that's what I love about YouTube, is that our expenses are practically nothing. It's not, we're spent. People spend. They want to get a 4-to-1 return on Zillow ads. So if they spend
Mhm.
$2,000, they want to get an $8,000 commission to make that work out. Same thing with
Mhm.
Facebook ads. YouTube, it's just an investment of time, really, and that's
Mhm.
that's that's it. You put in the time for lead generation, and then it's just paying you money for years to come.
Yeah, not only that, if you get ahead of that, you can actually make money by putting your videos on YouTube. Shocking.
Yeah,
Yeah. People make a
yeah,
living doing that. And believe it or not, you could make enough on your real estate channel that you could live off of.
yeah.
It's very possible.
That is my end game. That is my exit strategy. A lot of people's, yeah, I'm getting there. A lot of people's
So
exit
close.
strategy is that they want to build a big team, and then they can manage that team, and someday they'll have a seventh level organization. In my exit strategy is I'm going to keep making YouTube videos. And
Mhm.
I mean, last month off my real estate channel, I made, I think, about $1,500 last
Mhm.
month. If I could get that up to $6,000 a month and make that
Mhm.
consistently, that's enough to more than cover all my bills and give me a little spending cash. Like that is my exit strategy.
You do that, and then you make videos that sponsor builders and houses and stuff, and you get their affiliate codes, then you'll have affiliate links that are connected to those houses.
Right. Yeah. And you get to a point where you have enough income coming in from that every month. You have other marketing strategies like affiliate links for builders. And then if you want to just refer out all your real estate business, that could be enough to make a full-time income, make $100,000 a year. That's my exit strategy. I've done some real soul searching, and real estate's fine, but I cannot say that I'm passionate about it. I cannot say that I want to do this for the rest of my life. The sooner I can get out of this business, the better. And that's my exit strategy, is trying to become a full-time YouTuber. And I think yours as well, right?
Yeah. I mean, I don't actively I don't actively make the lead gen calls anymore. I have my little sphere. A good portion of them have sold their houses in the last year, a couple of years, but it's a small little sphere, and if they've got kids and stuff, I'll buy and sell with them, but I'm not grinding it out anymore. Like that, it really did wear on me. And after, 12 years now, I'm just kind of like, that's just not my thing. I don't want to buy leads. I don't mean my lead gen is doing stuff on YouTube. I have another big goal with my YouTube channel that satisfies me much more than trying to, I sold 30 houses last month and I got my team built up. That is not my thing. To me, that's not what wakes me up in the morning. I like helping people. But I don't want to, my validation isn't having 10 closings a month. That's not how I validate myself. So
yeah. So last year, I did 30 transactions. My GCI was 208,000, and it sucked. I was miserable last year. I worked 7 days a week, every freaking day, 10, 12-hour days sometimes. Sometimes I'd wake up at 4 a.m. and just start working, and I work until 6 p.m. And
some real estate coach would tell you, you're doing it all wrong. You're going to have to time block so you can prepare, so you can have blah, 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 blah. I've heard it all before. I don't want to do it anymore. That's just not how I would just like working with the people I have and just have those relationships. I like making my videos and making information for them. I like having my affiliate links that gives me my checks, but I'm not doing that anymore. Like doing the hustle like that anymore. Nope.
Yeah, me neither. And this year I've dropped all lead generation except for YouTube videos. That's my only source of leads. And I mean, I honestly think that I can net. I had a lot of business expenses last year, and I've dropped a lot of them. And I honestly think I can do maybe 25 transactions and net more money than I did last year with 30 transactions, because I dropped a lot of these other things, and I'm putting more of my time into making YouTube videos, which is also generating me revenue. That's kind of my game plan this year. And I love that YouTube offers that. What other source of lead generation offers its own passive income like that and other streams of revenue?
I don't know.
Anyway,
I don't know. Like, I know there is. I mean, I have fun.
Blogging, maybe kind of.
I enjoy what I'm doing, and I enjoyed real estate for many years, but as the years wore on, I didn't enjoy it as much anymore. I enjoy talking about it, so why can't I continue to talk about it, even though I'm not trying to hustle and grind out the real estate game? I mean, that's just not. It just doesn't. That's not what satisfies my soul. I like helping people, and at the end of, hopefully in 3 years, people understand and see the clear vision that I have for my channel, and they're gonna be like, "Wow, that was smart." And it wasn't being smart; it was doing the right thing. So that's what I'm hoping that people can see that.
That's good. Yeah, you're on your own path. You're found something you're passionate about, and you're pursuing that.
I've always done that, though. I've always carved my own lane.
Yeah,
I was pretty early on the whole video thing where people were like, do you really want to do that? Because it's really really making you look bad. It's not very professional to act like that as a real estate agent. I'm like,
that's a good voice right there. You could be a voice actor.
I have that voice. I use that one. I've used it before.
That's not the first time you made that one, huh?
No, I have this one. This character, her name is Tiffany Selling. And she's sitting there. She's like,
of course you do.
She goes, look, I took a webinar once and I'm pretty sure I know how to use this. And she is holding up a mortgage calculator. So don't tell me I know how to use don't tell me what lane to be in, because she took a webinar and she knows how to use a mortgage calculator.
Yeah.
But that's how people are about YouTube. They take a webinar and then they start schooling me. And I'm like, hey, wait a minute, buddy. You have no results, none whatsoever to compare me against. You're arguing nothing. Proof. Sorry. I'm going to rant.
Yeah, we've been ranting a lot today. That's okay. We haven't ranted in we're venting. We haven't ranted in like 2-3 weeks now.
I know.
Gotta get it all out there.
There's a lot of so-called experts out there.
Yeah.
And I want to clearly just state, before you pick your guru, your expert, or whatever, make sure they have proof. Don't let them just say, I closed X amount of blah, 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 blah. First of all, look at their channels. If they have a ton of subscribers, but hardly any views to numerous videos, the dots are not connecting. There's something wrong, So what they're saying isn't connecting. So think about that. Another thing is, even outside the real estate guru space, and you step out and you meet another guru that's just in the YouTube guru space, make sure they are, first of all, have the knowledge that you need. Some of them are not giving good advice. Show them, like, you need proof. Who are their clients? Who else do they represent that's blown up or doing really well? Make sure that they're doing well and that you can see for yourself. You have to see proof. A lot of people can claim all sorts of things. Anybody can give themselves a label as an expert, but make sure that they're truly an expert before you throw down any money, because some of these courses are ridiculous. $5,000. I saw one for $5,000 for a YouTube course, and they don't know YouTube. This person does not know YouTube at all. They can't even get the views, and they're charging $5,000. Scam. It just makes me angry.
Ridiculous. Yeah. So we got like 20 comments here. Let's see if we can knock a few of these out.
All right, because you're not checking your comments.
I'm not keeping up to these. But I love the comments, guys. Keep the comments coming through. We love that. We love getting that inner engagement on this. So Ellen says, trying to get all the keywords into my videos, huge distraction. Yeah, it's a red herring. It makes you look over here when really you should be looking over there. It makes you blame stuff on, I didn't optimize it properly for SEO. I didn't have the proper keywords. It's like that's not why your video is not doing well. It has you can't buy a list of keywords to stick into your videos and suddenly they're going to rank number one.
Or magical titles and keywords, like
magical titles. Yeah.
There's so much more to it than that. Like there's not, if it was a quick shot just like that, don't you think everybody be blow it up? If it was that simple that all you needed was the magical keywords and title. No.
It is. It's more complicated than that. It's a bit of a skill, I think. I say it's kind of like a skill.
Anything.
Yeah. And it takes practice, and you got to get, and you still go up to the bat and you still have misses,
Oh, there's some that I'm like, oh, this is gonna be great. Oh, it happens. And then there's other ones that are like, I know it's not going to do well now, but in the future, it's going to blow up,
Sorry, Paul wants to see my hair. Yeah,
that reminds me of like the old movies where they lick their hand and like this.
Right, yeah. I let my wife cut my hair the other day. I asked her to. And we have
so bad.
We have some beard trimmers, and that's it. It's not terrible. It's just I don't know. I don't know. Be wearing a hat for a little while now. I can't wait until the barbershops open back up. Damn Corona. Ellen, I've got a lot of double titles to delete. She's been doing double titles, huh?
Because I'm sure she was taught that. I'm almost 100% convinced that she was told that that's the way to really get that SEO juice going.
Yeah, I used to do it too. I used to stuff all sorts of search terms in there.
I know, I know, I know. I
Here's my
I
view
know.
on SEO. If you want
Mhm.
your video to rank, I'd say start backwards and start with the search term that you want and then make a video about that. But what happens a lot of times, people just make some random video and they're like, well, I want this to rank for moving to Maryland, even though it's nothing, it's not even about that. And you can do all the keyword optimization you want for it, and it's not going to rank if it's not even about that or a good fit for it. So if you are going to focus on the SEO stuff, start with the search term first and then make the best possible video that you can think of that would be the perfect fit for that search term.
You'll do better than trying to find the magic soup of keywords.
Yeah,
If you took that time and thought of a really cool script for your video.
yeah.
If
That's
you
the
took that
only.
time and put it back in the video instead of trying to, like, "Oh, if I use this magic keyword, it's gonna make my video blow up." No, no. That's not how it works.
Yeah, I mean, Christina and I don't really focus on SEO too much, but if like that
You
is,
used to, though.
I do, yeah. I mean, and I kind of do sometimes. Like that's the only way SEO will work is if you have a search term and you think of what can I possibly make that is the best possible result for that search term, and it starts off with that topic of the video. Um, that's the only real way. Like, but I see people that they make a video about escrow accounts and then they want it to rank for how to buy a house. And it's like, no, that's not a good fit for that search term. Like, nobody would click on that or really enjoy it. It's not a good fit.
But with that said, because some people will be like, "Well, that title is not gonna work because it has no SEO in it." And I'm like, "But you're wrong." You really have to, like, really think about what you're trying to convey. There's a balancing act. There is some SEO in compelling titles, but you can't be like how to buy a house and think you're ever going to get anywhere. There you could But if you took that how to buy a house and made it a very cool video and added some sexiness to your title, you're going to do really well.
You got to spice it up a little bit. Throw some
Yeah, got a
spices
little
in there.
oregano in there. Put some basil and oregano on it.
Yeah, that'll spice that title up, you know. So what would be a good spicy title for that? How how to buy a should you buy a home in 2020?
Yeah,
I,
no, the trendiest ways to buy a home in 2020.
buy a home on your phone in 2020.
Yeah,
There
buy
we
a ho
go.
buy a home in less than 5 minutes in 2020.
Yeah, that kind of stuff. That topic could rank for buying a home.
Do you see what we're doing right there? That's called masterminding, and you get with other people that do this kind of thing, and then you have somebody that doesn't do real estate, and they go, "Oh, that's a really cool title. I would watch that. Buy a house in 5 minutes." Yeah. I wanna know, like, tell me how to do that.
Yeah, and that's
Share
where you
your
start.
work.
You start with like the topic and then the title, and then from the title, then you create a good video around that. And people do it the other way around. They I'm gonna make this video, and then afterwards, okay, well, what kind of title should I make, and what
So
kind of
many people
search
do that.
terms can I cram in there?
Yeah. I like the
Um,
people this is the funniest one. Ready? This is one of their SEO tricks that people use. So that so they let's just say the title is how to buy a house. So then the first sentences of their video, as soon as they start, have you ever been wanting to know how to buy a house? Buying a house here in 2020 can be really hard. So we're going to be talking about the 5 tips of how to buy a house. So don't forget to subscribe. And then they go through their whole thing, but they must say how to buy a house at the beginning because they think when Google starts translating their script and captions, they have said how to buy a house 3 times. So now that's the SEO magic. You
right, yeah.
know.
Their transcript is gonna be loaded with keywords, and now it's gonna
I
rank. Yeah,
I heard that one too. I'm like,
I
oh,
have too. No, I've seen people do that exact thing.
like all this advice that if you be careful on who you're getting advice from, be very, very careful.
Yeah, yeah, all that stuff, guys. It matters. Okay, so let's say you optimize your search term, your video for some search term, how to buy a house. All that is really giving you is an opportunity, and if you put a bunch of keywords in there, how to buy a house. Yeah, most likely YouTube probably will test your video out for that search term a couple of times, but then they're going to measure it and see if people are actually clicking on your video. And if they don't click on it, they're not going to keep ranking it. If people watch to click on it, but they don't watch it, they're not going to keep showing your video. I mean, SEO really just kind of buys you like an opportunity, but that's it. Your video has to perform well. The users have to interact with your video. That it's a performance-based algorithm.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway,
I know. You're barking up the wrong tree. I'm aware.
I try to mask my teeth when recording, but now I don't care. Yeah, let those teeth fly, man. I got crooked teeth. Look,
I have a chip in mine.
Yeah, who cares? Yeah, Neil, did you ever notice my crooked teeth? I don't think you did. No, nobody does. Who cares, right? All of us have. Oh God, don't do that face. All of us have imperfections, and I think it makes us more relatable than anything. Whoa. Just learn that YouTube analytics will tell you when your subs are watching, so you can post at that time.
Oh yeah, that's a new analytic.
Have you heard this and have you used it? I think I actually made a post about that. I showed that in a post in our group.
Yep.
It hasn't changed how I do anything. Have you changed anything from that?
Not because of what they posted, because you could already do that. I mean, they just made it a little bit simpler for you to see. I am going to change my time again. I'm going to try an earlier time. I did that with my Sunday video. I'm adding a new playlist of content on the weekends. So every other Sunday I'll be having a new series coming out. So I'm pretty excited about that. So one of them is reading the posts from next door, like all the crazy posts from next door. And then the other one is real estate listing nightmares. So it's all the photos.
That would be a good one. I'd click on that one.
Everybody that's ever posted a picture on any of these social media sites of other people's houses with weird toilets and like somebody trying to fix the sink with ramen noodles, that kind of thing. Yeah. That kind of thing, that will be in that video, and that's coming out next Sunday.
That I could see doing very well.
I hope so.
That's such a broad audience, and everybody loves those memes.
I have 300 photos from other real estate agents from around the country that have posted through social media. They're all through Google and everything. And those are not copyrighted pictures. If you've taken them with your phone and you put it all over Facebook, that's not a copyright picture. Sorry, Susan. I stole your photo.
That's good. I can see that doing very well. Yeah. So share with us some of your thumbnails. So are you just gonna find like the craziest image and just use that as your thumbnail?
I actually created a thumbnail for this particular video right here. And it I have probably about 10 variations because I really wanted to make sure it was right,
I can see just a really simple image of something crazy like a toilet in a kitchen just being very good. Like Vsauce, he uses just a weird image, and that's it. That's his entire thumbnail. It's just a crazy image. I can see something like that doing well.
I'm trying to see if I can pull it up. No, wrong.
Well, I'll answer Heather's question here. She says, "What plugin are you using to stream right now?" So we are using StreamYard, and StreamYard actually has a free version, but I pay $20 a month because I get to have my little logo in the top right corner. And with it, I'm live streaming to YouTube as well as Facebook at the exact same time. And I can see everybody's comments on both those platforms, which is why I like StreamYard. And then with the $20 a month one, I can also change out the background image. This is a little background image I made. It's for YouTube. All right. Neil says, be the fool and play the fool. I don't get that.
I don't know.
That's very Shakespearean.
That's the thumbnail. Hold on. I hope it will. There.
Resell nightmares. Oh, okay. Yeah. That's good. I like that.
And I use my emoji girl.
Yeah.
Okay. And the reason I use my emoji girl, because my emoji girl does better than my face.
Look at you testing stuff. That's great.
I do. I test things. Shocking. I know. And it's weird. You would think that's as simple as, like, you would think that little simple image must have only taken me a few minutes. And I have literally 10 different versions of that thumbnail
Yeah.
easily. I keep all of them because sometimes you have to switch them out. Like for instance, I did this. Uh, oh, I did. Let's hope it focuses. Come on, it's not going to focus.
I kind of see what you're talking about. I see your
Okay. Oh, there it goes.
there
Okay.
you go.
So I did this version of my thumbnail. Thought for sure this was going to do really well. Moved it to this one. Now it's doing 7.6% CTR.
Mm.
So I switched it. So it was this, and I switched it to this.
I actually like the top one better.
Well, so does YouTube.
Yeah, I didn't like the bottom one. Should ask my opinion. I could have told you that. Jeez.
Well, I mean, but the reason I did this one first is that it looks a lot like the last
Oh, right.
Amazon
Yeah.
video that I did about tiny homes.
Mhm.
So I was going along with the pattern that was already there.
Yeah. I think that the video is gonna do well. It may take a
Mhm.
while to take off, but it's doing well right now, right?
Let me see. It was doing great yesterday and it kind of went it's it's
Um,
it's a 3 out of 10. It's at 1,400 views.
okay, so all your subscribers probably watched it, and
Yeah, and I'm not gonna panic about it and not gonna change a thing for several days. Like
Mhm.
some people be like, "Oh, I'm gonna change the title," and blah. No, just leave it alone. Let it do its thing. There wasn't any magical tags that I needed to add to it to make it rank or any of that stuff.
Yeah, I showed you my video right now. It took 4 months before YouTube finally like, "Hey, this is a pretty good video," and started
Mhm.
adding a lot of views to it. Um,
And that it's happened with me that I put out a video and sure enough it blows up immediately. But
yeah.
not often does that happen. And the niche that we're in, it is we're not immediate. We're not immediate advice. We're not immediate a type of content. But the thing is you need to find that content that is immediate that people want to hear right now to make your channel continuously grow. Like you can always have the evergreen content, of course you can, but have something that's interesting that is evergreen as well, not just for your specific area, just something in your niche that's super interesting. Do you know Joanna Arnold? That she's a new member of our group. She's going to start a YouTube channel. Her and I were talking, and she flips houses.
Oh,
I
cool.
said, I go, oh my God, that is totally something you need to be doing for your YouTube channel. She's like, oh yeah. I'm like, that is interesting. That will keep people going forever, you know?
Yeah, no, I like that. Alright, so Rebecca here asks, have you guys been experimenting probably with ads? And yeah,
Eh,
ads are not a good way to grow a channel.
not grow, but it's a great way to get business.
Yeah. So one thing you can do with ads, which is kind of cool, is if you install Google Analytics on your website, you can then retarget anybody who goes to your website with your YouTube ads. So this way you're kind of automating your lead follow-up with people. And I like that idea a lot. Another ad you can run is, let's say you make a video about your city and your video does not organically rank for search terms like moving to or living in or just your city's name. My videos already organically rank for all the search terms. So if you're in a very competitive area, maybe you have other big YouTubers and you can't get them to rank, you could run ads for specific search terms like moving to Annapolis, living in Annapolis. Something interesting that I'm trying right now is I have an outdoor channel, and I reached out to another YouTuber and I said, "Hey man, for $500, will you give me 3 shout outs in your next 3 videos?" And just at the end of your video, just say, "Hey, if you guys want to check out a cool channel, click right here to watch Malcolm's video on blah blah blah." And he hasn't gotten back to me yet. Well, yeah, we're talking, but anyway, that I think that's kind of a cool idea
If
as
it's in the
well.
same niche,
Yeah,
if it's
I
in the
think it
same
does.
niche, yeah, yeah, that will work if it's in the same niche and they make similar content to you. And that's why in my community tab, and if you have the community tab and you're not utilizing it, please start. And if you have used it and you've only used it once, stop doing that. Post something in your community tab once a week, whether it's a poll or it's just something related to real estate. But one of the things I like to do in my community tab is post other people's videos that are in real estate. They're not in my area, but they talk about a lot of the same things that I do. Malcolm did a video on tiny homes. I put it in my community tab. Some of you guys have done videos on selling a house. I put those in my community tab when I did a video on selling a house. I related the content that I had to what was going on my community page. Make sure you're always active on there, and then you'll get more people active and more interested in you. That's how you connect with people. It's not by sticking your face on a thumbnail. It's about having interactions with the people in the community that are commenting on your videos and commenting on your community page. Those are the people that care about you.
Yeah. But I mean, that's, I mean, I love that idea of pretty much sponsoring another YouTuber's video who has a similar audience to yours. And you know, I'd be interested in see if there anybody out there, if there's other YouTubers in your city that you could somehow sponsor. Like we have a podcast all about my city, and they have a really good blog as well. And I thought about reaching out to them and seeing if we could collaborate where they'll write a blog and then I'll make a video about that blog to go along with it. I haven't actually done it, but I always thought that'd be kind of an interesting collaboration because they're, you know, podcasters and bloggers are influencers as well.
People in real estate, and I want this to be very clear, and this is true. Like a lot of people feel this way when it comes to our YouTube channels. It's okay to reach out and talk and connect with one another. It's so okay. Nobody's stealing anything from you. No, and what if, like, I want to just put this scenario out there. This is gonna blow people's minds. What if somebody made a video exactly like your video, similar to your thumbnail, similar to your title, and they're a real estate agent? Do you know what happens? If you were the first one to do it, it actually gives your video more credibility because people felt like Google's not stupid. They already go, oh, well, that guy liked it enough that he wanted to make a copy of it. So they give more credibility to the original person.
You think YouTube can see that?
Oh, I know they can.
Oh, interesting.
Now I'm saying, like, you know, like the thing is YouTube knows what you're doing. You know, they know when somebody. Now, I'm not
Pretty
script for
smart.
script, yeah, script for script, word for word. But if you have one person that's significantly copying you all the time,
Yeah.
they're actually going to rank lower.
Yeah.
And the person that they're copying, that person ends up ranking higher. I saw it with I'm in that mastermind group with the bigger YouTubers, and they have a guy that copies literally, and they don't actually, the two people that are in the video that are the feature person look very similar, very, very similar. And he copies their thumbnails even down to the colors.
Yeah.
Almost
it's screwed up.
identical titles, but he just switches a few words around, and he's just spitting out videos, and he's spinning his wheels because he isn't coming up with anything original. He's just copying people, and his views are slowly going down. His subscribers are slowly going down because he's not doing anything original. He's just copying off everybody else. So don't worry about those people.
Yeah, on the
fans.
On the Creative Disruption podcast, I've heard other big creators talk about people copying their ideas and their thumbnails and their titles. Yes, I'm sure YouTube is aware that people do that and they
Absolutely.
try to copy success. And I wouldn't be surprised if they do somehow try to suppress that kind of behavior. So Leslie here says, how would that work to do affiliate work for builders? That's very interesting to me. That's all you right there. You're the one doing the affiliate stuff. How's the game work?
Okay, so I do videos on alternative housing. So, like, just like anything, use code such and such in order to get a discount on your next house. So at the top is linked, use code Christina5 at the top. And when they go to checkout, they get a discount. First of all, they get a discount on the deposit on the house. And secondly, whenever they use that code, it shows my little date in my little database there, how many people have actually signed up with my code. And so I get a commission off of that once the houses are delivered.
Yeah, I mean that's huge right there.
Mhm.
She has the potential to make. I mean, those houses are tens of thousands of dollars, and Christina has the potential to make 100 grand.
Mhm.
From those affiliate marketing, which is crazy. And yeah, you should definitely reach out to other log cabin makers and shipping container home makers and see if you can work out some kind of deal with all of them as well.
And you can do that, not with just it doesn't have to be homes, it can be anything. There's like, I have affiliate links for home security systems. I have affiliate links
Yeah,
like, I did this one
that's a good idea.
video. Yeah, I have this one video where I'm in the kitchen and my kid is swinging in the background. Well, I got a bunch of comments I got a bunch of comments that were like, "Where does that swing from? Like, how do I get that swing?" So sure enough, I just jumped on Amazon. You can get an affiliate link from you can become an affiliate marketer from Amazon. I got an affiliate link from Amazon, threw that in the description and sold 10 of those things. So, you just kind of have to be creative and think a little bit deeper about your videos. Think about how they can bring you back money.
Yeah.
Um, and wonder how you can get connected with other sponsors to your videos. If it's not just sponsors, affiliate links.
Yeah, on Amazon, you can join the affiliate program. I make last month I made, I don't know, $2,000-3,000 from Amazon affiliate programs.
You
You
did.
you can
Mhm.
link to any product on Amazon, and so if you wanted to make a video about house cleaning tips or about chandeliers in your home or something, you can say in the video, "Hey everybody, I'll have a link down in the description below to where you can find my Shanae chandelier on Amazon," something like
Yeah.
that. They click
Or
on it.
these microfiber cloths that are so awesome and they're super inexpensive. I have my affiliate link in there from Amazon. It doesn't cost you anything extra.
Yeah, do a video like top 5 home upgrades under $100, and all of them are products that you can buy on Amazon, like
Mhm.
doormats and lights and stuff like that, and just have
Mhm.
links in the description. That's kinda still in that niche. My channel, I'm trying to move my channel in the direction of personal finance and real estate finance,
Mhm.
and with that, I can have affiliate links for, stock brokerages, and, like, this one here is from, Robinhood, which is a stock brokerage. These are all free stocks that I've gotten from Robinhood, from people signing up for Robinhood accounts using my affiliate link.
Eddie has signed up with that.
Hey, thanks, Eddie. I got one free stock valued
Yeah.
up to $500 because you signed up. And so far I've made a couple $100 off people using my affiliate links to sign up for Robinhood and another one called Webull. So you just got to kind of look around. There's different opportunities out there.
You are Webull, Webull.
Webull. Yep, that's a new brokerage. What? Oh, it's what me Kevin is always preaching.
That company is the worst with spam emails.
Oh no.
My God. I have unsubscribed to them and I don't know how they find me again, but they just weasel themselves right back in again. 3 weeks later, there it is. I'm like, this Weeble. But that's because Eddie signed up for that too. And he must have put my email account in there.
Yeah. Me Kevin's always preaching that as well. You get 2 free stocks if you sign up. And it's a $0 brokerage. They don't charge any fees. Or USAA charges me like $8 every time I want to buy or sell a stock.
Do you have to go?
No, not yet. Maybe in a little bit. Let's try to
Okay.
knock out some more comments. My wife
Okay.
wants to make dinner. Neil says 3,000 pounds off YouTube and I'd be fine. So I think he's saying if he can make 3,000 pounds a month passive income, he'd be
We're trying
fine.
to get him there.
That's good. That's good.
Mhm.
Yeah. Rebecca, I need to know more about affiliate links and get creative. Yeah, we just talked about that.
Mhm.
Yeah, I mean affiliate links. That's part of the business model of being a YouTuber.
Mhm.
So on my real estate channel, the what's known as the CPM, which is how much you get paid per ad that is
Mm.
played, it's twice as high on my real estate channel
Right.
as it is on my outdoor channel. My outdoor channel is literally I get paid half as much for ads being displayed, but on my outdoor channel, I make almost as much money from affiliate links of products than I do from ads.
Mhm.
So I'll talk about top 10 camping gadgets, and then I'll have links to all of them. And I make a good chunk of change from that. And that's just part of that whole building a business around your YouTube channel and having an entire business model around that.
Yeah.
Ken, love the exit strategy. Why didn't I figure it out earlier?
Oh, I know. I know. I know. And it's always changing. It's always changing. So, I mean, who knows what in 3 more years I might be doing a whole different channel. Who
Yeah.
knows?
I mean, here's the truth, man. I have not seen anybody actually execute this exit strategy yet. Christina is like the closest person I've seen use this exit strategy. She's pretty much making a full-time income or just about
Mhm. Just
using
about.
YouTube. And yeah, I mean that's the path that I want to go on. And wouldn't it be great if we saw more people go down this path and we, more and more people just
Real estate's hard. Like, it's emotionally draining. There are days and everybody, I mean, and people are like, "You gotta take the good with the bad," but sometimes the bad is so bad that you're like, "This is why people, like, hurt themselves," like, there's people that depend on this cash and you've worked all this time, you've organized all this time.
yeah.
And it just seems like real estate is one of those things like a litany of mistakes and not mistakes, but the tragedies can happen. Somebody loses their job or whatever, and you've counted on this income to help put your kid through college or a down payment for your own house or all these things. And it's like such a non-guaranteed income that anything could I just want that more of a guarantee than I have. So my husband and I own real estate properties so that if they don't pay their rent one month, it isn't going to kill us. But if I don't sell a house, I don't want to have that income. If I don't sell a house this month, that's going to kill us, and with YouTube, I have a steady income that's coming in that helps us, that I can count on that unless I don't make any videos, then I may not make as much, but
Yeah, what an awesome job. You just sit at home, you make videos all day. You're your own boss. You don't have any angry clients or angry agents you have to deal
right.
with. You're not showing 15 properties to people. You're not chasing down leads for months. And yeah, man, I'm over it. I'm over it. I'm ready to start making some videos.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
like Amy says, she says I like helping people too, and I really love helping people find homes.
me
I have
too.
some clients that I love. I love hanging out with them. I love looking at homes with them, and I have a lot of fun with them.
Mhm.
And then I have the other clients that I just hate.
That suck your soul away.
Yes, they make me wanna go home and just drink, and
Yeah.
I don't feel fulfilled helping those clients out, but at the same time, I don't wanna turn down that money.
I know, and I don't ever wanna feel like I can't turn down money.
Alright, thanks so much living in Richmond, Virginia. The builders need to get on the affiliate program. Lots of potential if they adapt to the program. A lot of people are not up to speed on YouTube and affiliate marketing on YouTube, including the builders. Christina made an epic video for one of these foldable home companies, and it hundreds of thousands of views. That company got tons of business from it, and that's what spurred them to start an affiliate program and start reaching out to other YouTubers. Is Christina's video doing so successful? And all they
Mhm.
had to do was a Zoom call. They did a Zoom call with Christina, and that video.
Well, there was more to that. Yes, they gave me I had a Zoom call interview, but it wasn't just I recorded a Zoom call and threw it up on YouTube and it was like, wow, I got 500,000 views on this. I broke down that Zoom call. I added B-roll. I made it a more engaging video than just a Zoom call. A Zoom call is not going to cut it.
No, no, no. Yeah, no. Yours was a great model of how to spice up a Zoom call. If you
Mhm.
just uploaded that Zoom call, it would have flopped.
Never done anything.
It's what everybody does. They just kind of throw up these Zoom calls and they don't get anything. Nobody watches them. I don't even want to watch them.
Mhm.
But you really need to spice it up. And that was a great example of how to spice up a Zoom call like that.
Mhm. It
Christina
worked.
Smallhorn, are there traditional subdivision builders who have affiliate links with all the builders and neighborhood videos that could be something to focus on?
Well, like to try to get into like the big builders, they're like, no, why would we need to do that? We got salespeople we don't even have to pay, but an hourly wage. We're not doing that, right? Then you got the smaller builders are like, we can't afford to do that. We're already paying a real estate agent to list our houses, and we're paying a buyer's agent, like so, the only way that would work is if you could prove to them. You would have to make a video and show them the proof. Show them the proof that this works and will bring them business. Not only does it bring them business, it will drive more traffic to their website. It will drive more traffic to their social media. It will drive more traffic for the phone ringing. You have to show the proof. And that's what I did with that Boxable video.
Yeah, I feel like something with an online purchase is going to be a lot easier to have an affiliate link to, because you can just clearly say, oh, they came from this link. It'd be a lot easier than an actual traditional builder. But, you know, I was talking to Ken Pozak the other day, and he's saying that he had somebody buy, I think it was like $1 million home, new construction. And because of the whole virus, Ken never actually had to meet with the person. And he made a video about this community, and then he called up the community and said, hey, this guy is with me. I'm bringing him here. And then he never had to meet with the guy, but the guy signed up to buy a new house, and Ken was able to claim it, and I was getting a commission, which is like the easiest freaking, he's probably making like 30K off that.
Well, there was a house that I sold. I didn't even know I sold it. This was out in the next parish over.
You didn't even know you sold it.
They contacted me and said, hey, your client such and such and such and such came in.
Oh.
And they said that they came in and they said you're their realtor. I'm like, oh, I said, I lied. I said, I don't have their phone number. I dropped my phone and my contacts are all messed up. Can you give me their phone number? Call them up. I'm like, hi. They're like, oh, hey, we figured you're really busy. We went ahead and signed with D.R. Horton. We were going to go ahead and have you become our real estate agent. But since we found the house that we liked, we just went ahead and put you down as our realtor.
I love it.
Like, thanks.
Thanks so much for the 3% commission.
Right. Well, when they went to go close on the house, they were having an inspection done. I'm like, were you thinking about getting an inspection? Thank God I did go out of my way and call them, because they didn't have an inspector and all this other stuff. And then we have flood zones here. And when they purchased that house, I said, is this house in a flood zone? She said, no, they're about to Loma out. I said, I would be very concerned. I'm like, it's not too late for you to back out. This looks like a pretty low-lying area. I'm not sure if you want to do this. And she's like, no, I mean, I've already got the flood insurance. We're going to do it. I said, okay. Their house flooded, not just a little bit. It flooded. Everybody flooded here in 2016. But if they had just listened to me, they wouldn't have flooded. But, oh, well, what are you going to do?
I had a college professor who taught real estate. The first day he said people get into real estate because they love people. And then he said that they're going to hate people. They're going to lie to you. They're going to waste your time. My roommate and I looked at each other and said, well, this is why he teaches.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's true.
I was unaware on how much people lie.
Oh, geez.
I had been working with people for years, and I knew that they could be very testy and stuff. So I was quite aware of that. But I was shocked on how how much they lie and what they lie about, and then they'll lie to your face, and you're like, I already know. Well, I guess I just didn't understand that. I'm like, well, I have your text that says you did understand that, and then they're like trying to do the backpedal like a kid. And you're like, oh my God, every adult is really a child inside.
Yeah, whenever I can, I try to do stuff over email and text message just to have that written proof. And I've absolutely had that saved me before, where people are like, oh, you didn't tell me this. Like, nope, here's the email. I certainly did. And, and sometimes I kind of question, like, is it more professional to call them or to send them an email? And I usually err on sending them email.
Well, what I used to do is because I haven't sold houses recently, but I will do this where I call them on the phone and then I will email them afterwards. Hey, it was so great to talk to you. I just want to let you know, in case I don't want you to forget, blah, blah, blah. And then I list all the things that we talked about. Kill two birds with one stone.
I do that every time I set an appointment with somebody. I always text them immediately and I say, hey, hey, John, I'll see you at blah, blah, blah at such and such time, just to make sure that they have it correct and that we're on the same page. And yeah, because that's the worst when you go to an appointment and the other person doesn't show up. I've only had that happen a few times, but
Oh, I've had to well, I used to do a lot of internet leads.
oh God, yeah,
Before
screw them.
years ago, years ago, years ago. And this is before anybody even knew what they were here. And they wouldn't show up.
Yeah, I've had that happen as well. Well, I think that may be a good time to call it a day. Hour and 45 minutes. I gotta go get my watch my kid and get dinner started.
I'm hungry. I'm gonna go make some homemade bread.
Oh boy.
You know what? That is the one thing I learned from this whole shutdown. I have my own starter, sourdough starter, and I make the most killer loaf of bread, sandwich bread you've ever had in your life. It's delicious.
That sounds really good.
Everybody's like, "This is the best bread I've ever had." I'm like, "I would have never gotten that skill if it wasn't for lockdown."
I started a new diet where I just eat these like candy bars all day long, and I hate this diet. Anyway, I don't want to talk about it. Oh yeah, one more question.
Okay.
One more comment. I gotta
Okay.
go show homes to my YouTube buyers now. Yeah, way to go, Amy.
Amy! I love Amy. She's the funniest person ever.
Yeah, I like her. I had 2 new YouTube buyers call me yesterday, 2 in one day, and another today while I was out showing homes. Yeah, it's amazing. It works. It works,
Talking
people.
about.
We're not
I'm
just
talking
blowing
about.
smoke up your butt.
I know. I know. I know. It does. It really does. And I don't I'm not one of those people that like puts a lot of calls to action or talk about my area. And if I did, I'd be killing it. But I'm trying to dial back.
You got a different exit strategy, yeah.
Yeah,
And that's the
dial it
exit
back.
strategy I'm moving in that direction as well.
Yeah, more stuff. But it will work. It will work. And if you do the finance stuff, Malcolm, you're going to be hand over fist money. With the views, like if you got the same views that I have going to my channel right now, you would have double the income that I have coming into my channel right now.
Oh, yeah, you think so?
Oh, absolutely. I already know.
CPMs are higher.
Way higher finance. Yep.
Plus
Absolutely.
affiliate links and all that good stuff.
Yep. I wish you'd do it because I know that you kill it. I know
I
you
don't
would
have any time. I filmed the video today finally.
get a buyer's agent and have them handle it.
I know. I gave 2 referrals this the other day to people in my area. I just didn't want to work with them. So like clients. All right, everybody. I think we gotta go.
So long. Farewell.
Bye, everybody.
Auf Wiedersehen.
We'll see you again soon, hopefully.
Go film something. Be creative.
Go film something.
Don't keyword stuff. And don't put your face in your thumbnail if it doesn't apply.
That's it. An hour and 45 minutes just talking about don't put your face in the thumbnail.
Don't put your face in the thumbnail if it doesn't apply.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.
And boom.